Were you there? Were you there? So you would rather listen to what the media says and then you don't want to listen to the witnesses? What?
Bro, it's spelled L-I-A-R, okay? Stop calling us liars when you don't want to do the work, bro. You can't argue with them.
In Shatila. On September 16th, 1982, Israeli troops surrounded Sabra and Shatila camps, preventing the refugees from leaving and allowing Phalange, a well-known enemy to Palestine, to enter. The Israelis fired flares throughout the night to light up the killing field. This allowed the militiamen to see their way through the narrow alleys of the camp. This massacre went on for 2 days, killing thousands of Palestinians and some Lebanese. As the bloodbath concluded, Israel supplied bulldozers to dig mass graves. In 1983, Israel's investigative calling commission found that Ariel Sharon, the Israeli defense minister, to take personal responsibility for the slaughter. This massacre that happened was a direct consequence of Israel violating the American broker ceasefire. Still to this day, international community fails to hold Israel accountable for its violations of international law and to defend the basic human rights of the Palestinians.
If you consider yourself to be a patriotic American and you're pro-Israel, watch this video and let me know if we really should be giving Israel $4 billion. I mean, do they really need it?
Israel's per capita GDP dwarfs that of its neighbors. It is 14 times that of Egypt, 8 times that of Iran, 6 times that of Lebanon, and even double that of Saudi Arabia. Israel has built an industrial and information age economy that excels in highly sophisticated arenas like artificial intelligence, aviation, computer-aided design, and biotechnology. It spends 5% of its GDP on research and development, more than any country on the planet. It has built up foreign exchange reserves of over $180 billion, placing it 13th in the world, just ahead of the United Kingdom. For a nation of 9 million people, these are stunning numbers.
I think we need it more than they do.
As Hamas maintains its control of Gaza and fires rockets across Israel's southern border, we must stand with Israel. Our defense relationship is critical to both nations, which is why I support the United States' commitment to provide Israel with $38 billion in military assistance over the next decade. It is why I support the Arrow, David Sling, and the Iron Dome. I will do everything in my power to ensure broad and bipartisan support for Israel's security and right to self-defense. I believe that when any organization delegitimizes Israel, we must stand up and speak out for Israel to be treated equally, fully committing to maintaining Israel's qualitative military edge. We must stand with Israel.
الناس القدس طاغى وتجبر لما كلاب العالم فيكي وبأرضك عسكر مو Let me see it. Hey, baby, let me see it. I just wanna eat it. Let me see it.
If nobody else stands up for the Jews on this app, I am. You see this land down here?
Bro, what are you even saying? Even Jews are saying free Palestine. And as a black man, it's despicable because if you saw how these fake Jews that you are representing called Zionists treat black Christians, okay? How they treat black Christians, you would never open up your mouth to talk, let alone Palestinian Christians, but how they treat black Christians, black Jews, black Muslims, Palestinian Jews, Palestinian Muslims, Palestinian Christians. Bro, what are you even saying? What are you even saying? What kind of clout are you chasing? What kind of Christian are you, my guy? Where your own Christian people are getting persecuted in that land, that fake made up land that you're trying to represent. You trying to get on the good side of Zionists, of terrorists? What's wrong with you, bro?
النكبة الثانية عن طريق ربع تقول النكبة الثانية מחנה פליטים תקום אם דאודינק מסחרה ומסחרה ערבי טוב ערבי בקבר מה מבקש לממשלה? ערבי בבית עולם יהודי זה נשמה ערבי זה בית עולם שהוא ירביץ עם הדגל לא דיברתי זה הגדול זה יודע זה הבית שלנו באים עליי בית שלנו
Greece is falling apart. 200 Syrians are being slaughtered every day. So you know what? If we have a prime minister that has the will, like Menachem Begin had in 1981, to apply sovereignty on Judea and Samaria, we'll do it. Yes, we will get condemned for 2 or 3 days, and then Madonna will have a new show coming out, and the attention will move. Because in 81, and I urge everyone, go to the protocols of the Knesset, the opposition said, Begin, you're going to turn us into a pariah state. It's the end of Israel. And this was Shimon Peres, of all people. I checked it 5 days ago. And you know what? He did it, and we did get condemned for 2 or 3 days. We need to do what's right for the Jewish state. The world will follow suit. Thank you.
After watching that video, it's clear as day what his agenda is. He's trying to colonize more land. And clearly, he's not afraid to show it either. In that video, he's given an example of 1981. Do you know what happened in 1981? Israel annexation of Golan Heights. So to break this down, Israel is occupying a part of Syrians' land. Now to the juicy part. The United Nations do not recognize Golan Heights as a part of Israel. But in 2019, Trump signed an order to recognize Israel as sovereignty over Golan Heights. By him doing this, he violated international law. Amnesty International called Trump's decision irresponsible, reckless, and yet another example of Trump's administration violating international law and consensus by condoning Israel's illegal annexation. Now back to what he was saying. You're wanting to violate international law? Because clearly that's what you're saying in your video. And then you said that people are just going to forget about it in a few days. It just seems to me in your video that you just don't care about how many homes you destroy or people you kill as long as you have your Judea territory. But I'm here to let people know that we are aware of what you're doing. We are now aware of your agenda. And I am here to spread awareness of your agenda. So to anybody out there who wants to take my video, you guys can do whatever you want to it. Rephrase it, reword it, however you want to do to get the people aware of what he's doing. Because what he is doing is illegal. We need to have more people speak upon this. Because Israel is getting away with way too many things and shoving it under the rug, and America is letting them.